This is Mary.
Good morning. Good lunch.
In the early afternoon, well past sunrise, a rare sighting occurs. The elusive Mary emerges from her blankets, disoriented and bleeding.
And I have class right now. So there was a bus that was supposed to pick us up, but I missed the bus, so I'm going straight to the hospital. So yeah, I have a hectic week.
Now she begins her frantic preparation. Once resembling a wild, unkempt animal, she now transforms into a slightly more presentable one. She's incredibly late, yet moves with the urgency of a sloth on vacation. Fascinating. As she prepares, she rants about her professor, a natural predator in her academic habitat.
I may not be late, up to God. Honestly though, I don't understand why we have this class, because initially we took the exam 2 days ago, like the final exam. But then since the teacher forgot her one class, we're supposed to do it again. That doesn't make sense. Might as well stay outside to study for my exams, because anyway, I need to call the bus and let's go.
Then, in a classic linguistic misfire, she says she needs to call the bus, when she clearly means Uber, a common slip among the sleep-deprived student species.
This is actually the perfume I bought from Shanghai. It smells
Despite the emergency, she pauses to discuss perfume. A custom scent from Shanghai is her signature. Summer demands citrus, winter a hint of spice. The wilderness may be unforgiving, but Mary insists on smelling divine.
I'm gonna take it because it's 31 degrees outside. I smell like fresh detergent. When it's summer, I don't think it's recommended. No, I don't recommend wearing something like vanilla or that type of perfumes, because with the humidity and the sun, my god, you look like, you would smell overbaked. But if you wear something like, how could I say, detergent or like clean smell, I feel like people would want to be near you. Okay, I'm done. Do I need my white coat? Should I be a proper doctor? No.
She eyes her white coat, the traditional plumage of a medical student, but dismisses it with a wave.
Forget it. My period will be the excuse of everything. Oh, I forgot my
Her period becomes a diplomatic excuse, a clever tactic. Then comes the ritual fit check. As she attempts to put on her shoes, she nearly topples. Evolution has clearly skipped a step.
Oh shit, he's already here. What the fuck, that was so
The
fast.
Uber arrives, Mary sprints. Well, something like it.
Okay, medication, got all my earrings, my phone, my earpods.
She recites a mental checklist. Keys, phone, dignity, perhaps.
Get out of here. Oh, okay. Yeah, today is also crucifixion day.
In the car, she greets the driver with polite exhaustion.
你好，107。
And takes a moment to clean her glasses, gathering strength for what lies ahead. At last, she reaches the hospital, a nesting ground for stress, exams, and questionable cafeteria food. Too shy to film her surroundings, she opts for a discreet elevator shot.
But how do you zoom in?
You zoom in for you.
Yeah.
She tackles her EKG exam with quiet fury and scores 98 out of 100, a near-perfect kill.
Oh, it does look good. Let me see the pictures. Hi. Hi guys. So cute.
Impressive. Refusing to call another Uber because she is not in fact rich, she waits patiently for the university bus. At the campus gates, she finds momentary peace.
Have a big butt.
She refuels at a convenience store, as is tradition, before heading to a cafe to study. Never coffee on an empty stomach. Mary is nothing if not wise. She eventually returns home and enjoys a well-earned meal. Chinese fried noodles, chow mein. But today isn't just any day. It's Good Friday. Far from home, Mary streams her church service live, clinging to the comfort of faith and familiar hymns. She ends her day in quiet prayer. The world may be chaotic, but this creature has found a moment of peace. This concludes day one in the life of Mary. It's the next day, and somehow she's still functioning. Impressive, considering she used up 80% of her weekly energy ration just trying to pass an EKG exam and find clean socks. Today's mission: defend a research project and pretend she's traveling the world, all without leaving campus or spending more than the price of instant noodles. She starts strong by deciding to braid her hair and throw on some traditional jewelry and a scarf. Why? Because nothing screams professional academic like looking like your ancestors blessed you personally, from the neck up only.
I am dressed like this. It looks horrible, I know. But I don't want to wear traditional clothes. Sorry for the fall. I just thought it would be too much because people stare at me for being black already. So yeah. What?
Below the shoulders, it's jeans and a shirt because her team decided that matching uniforms were the move. Yes, business casual meets cultural commitment. Stunning. Then transportation. Mary does not take a car. Number A chariot of steel awaits, the e-bike, piloted by her best friend, who clearly has no idea what kind of journey he's signed up for. As they zip through the streets, Mary clutches her scarf like it's holding her dignity together. She spends the ride praying it doesn't fly off and expose her to the elements. Or worse, embarrassment. We call this fashion under duress. They arrive at the university and pass through the facial recognition gates, which definitely weren't designed to recognize half-awake, wind-whipped students with half-braided hair and midlife crises.
This is the campus. Look at that. 3 stadiums, so many parks.
Somehow, she gets in. At the entrance of the cultural festival, she's handed a passport. Not a real one, calm down. It's a cute booklet where students can collect stamps from each country's tent. It's giving. I want to travel, but my bank account said no. So now I'm doing a campus world tour with fake stamps and free snacks. Inside the event, it's chaos in the best way. Flags waving, music blasting, and students from around the world flexing their culture like it's the Met Gala. And then there's Mary. Not learning, not networking, just shamelessly hopping tent to tent like a professional buffet hunter. She's there for one thing: food. If it doesn't come with spices, she's not interested. India's 10th. She didn't just visit, she considered staying. She didn't bring a suitcase, but mentally she was already packing. Other countries tried, but let's be real. She was ranking them like a food critic on a budget vacation. Somewhere between tent 4 and 5, she remembered she actually has responsibilities. So, with spice in her stomach and a fake passport full of pride, she sprints off to defend her research. Now, this was supposed to be a serious, scholarly affair, but Mary showed up fresh from the food fest, probably still smelling like cumin. She joins her team, gives her speech, probably says furthermore to sound intelligent, and somehow they get second place. Nobody knows how, not even Mary. Then, because the universe doesn't believe in breaks, she goes home, switches outfits again, and starts prepping for tomorrow's exam.
I'm home. Oh, it's so dirty. Alright, I'm home. I apologize for disappearing. After the culture festival, I had a research competition that was going on today, and because they didn't allow any phone and any electronics, I didn't get to record. I was also stressed, so I didn't have time to think about recording. But now that I'm done, I changed my clothes because I was wearing really formal. I'm wearing a very casual outfit. I'm gonna go get coffee from my favorite coffee shop, and then I'm just gonna come back and sit here and study because the coffee shop closes around 7 and it's currently like 6. There's no point in me staying there. But I'm gonna go get my daily dose of coffee. And you're stuck with me again. Ooh. Back to work. I got my coffee, my water. Yeah, let's do some studying and become a better doctor. Okay. Alright, bye. I have exams tomorrow and after tomorrow, so I want to spend the time studying, I guess. So we're gonna study and then just go out wearing traditional clothes, I guess. Maybe go out for dinner.
Studying? Yes. But first, a coffee facial. Because apparently, caffeine on your skin will fix what your brain won't absorb. She applies it like a warrior preparing for battle.
Yes, I'm here for
A battle she should have started studying for yesterday. Finally, she ends the day the only way she knows how, dramatically. A moment of prayer, a sigh of existential crisis, and probably one more glance at her fake passport like, did I actually travel today? No, Mary, you didn't, but nice try. Ah, yes, Mary has survived yet another night and has returned, barely. The creature emerges from her cave and immediately greets us with a cheerful,
Good morning, ladies and gents. Currently, it is 10. My exam is at 1:30.
She's lying, of course. It's not morning, but we let her have this one.
I don't want to eat too much.
She marches into the bathroom like she's got her life together. Bold move. A splash of cold water to the face. Not because it's refreshing, but because reality hit harder than expected. There's an exam today. Finals for nuclear medicine, which sounds serious because it is. And Mary's brilliant academic preparation. That includes ranting, loudly, about formulas, radioactive isotopes, and her deep personal hatred of anything resembling a math equation. Respect.
teacher. She said that there's going to be calculation. You know, I joined medicine to avoid the calculation, but she wants us to calculate how much.
And to add salt to the wound, it's Easter. Yes, Resurrection Sunday. A day of hope, reflection and new beginnings. But also, apparently, final exams. We move. She begins her transformation ritual. Skincare, makeup, hair. This animal can shapeshift. What a discovery. Scientists are baffled. How does one go from goblin to glam in under 30 minutes?
I was thinking of leaving at 10:30, but kid you not, trying to fix my belt almost took me an hour. Actually, it took me like 30 minutes because...
Another day, another fit check. She's clearly dressing for the stress she's about to endure, trying to hide the internal chaos under the illusion of a well-planned outfit. Now, off to hunt for food. She did mention that starving equals maximum focus, allegedly. Still, she wanders into a convenience store and returns with water, a rice sandwich, and wait for it, ice cream. Because when your brain's about to melt anyway, you might as well give it carbs.
I don't care.
She munches while flipping through study notes, clearly trying to absorb facts through osmosis. Nutrition? Never met her. But caffeine is loyal. She's surviving on coffee and snacks like a true scholar with deeply questionable coping mechanisms. She waves to the camera inside the exam room like she's off to war. Don't worry, Mary. You've got this. Do well. I hope. Moments later, it's over. The brain cells have left the building. Somewhere, a neuron weeps. Naturally, instead of resting, she ends up downtown, walking like she hasn't just been emotionally flattened by radioactive physics. Coffee in one hand, pastries in the other. The unofficial tools of denial. After a short nap that did nothing for her soul, she begins plotting her reward. Hot pot.
I went for a walk.
She could rest, but instead she chooses chaos and boiling soup. Because nothing screams post-exam recovery like boiling meat and spicy broth. Dinner is dramatic. Plates of beef, clouds of steam, and Mary finally full for the first time in days.
Is
Oriental was kept it.
No, it's like the difference is really minute between us. Like there's a bigger difference between us.
The staff noticed the only foreigner was her and her herd, and decided to give them a surprise. A man in costume performs a traditional changing mask dance, fan and all. No one knows why. No one asks. She just accepts it like everything else in her week. And thus, day 3 ends. Full stomach, empty brain, masked dancers, academic survival. What a funny thing. This is the story of how a student animal named Mary survived, thrived and mildly combusted in China. The end.
He chased her